how do you survive a recession? How do you survive if markets will crash? If you want to know more about that, check this video out. Hi everyone, this is Marvin Germo. If you're new to this channel, please subscribe and smash that bell so you get updated every time I create new content about the stock market. Enjoy the rest of the video. Hey guys, so it started snowing here in Korea, but as you know me, wherever I am in the world, I will post video, I will post content with one goal in mind, just to educate you so you get to reach your goals of financial freedom. We're gonna talk about how you can win even though recessions will happen. Please remember this, over the past few days, I got more and more questions regarding the 2020 crash, regarding the 2020 recession. What should you do when crashes like that will happen? So please remember this. Number one, no one can exactly and precisely predict whether a recession will happen. No one has a crystal ball to know that markets will specifically crash. No one can forecast that. No one can know exact dates and time when recessions will happen. I posted a video about Ray Dalio placing an option for March 2020, but that's him placing a bet on the market thinking that it will crash as well. He's actually putting money where his analysis is as well. But in spite of that, please remember this. No one can really know when it will happen. That's why even the 2008 crisis caught everyone off guard as well. There were people who already saw that the credit default swaps were gonna burst. There were already people who saw that interest rates were so high that a lot of people could not pay for it. There were a lot of people who also saw that since interest rates are so high, there are a lot of people who overstretch themselves, who over leverage themselves, that somehow they would not be able to pay for that. But the exact date, the exact time, no one can know it. No one can know that. But there's one thing we know: recessions do happen, market crashes happen. It's not a question whether market crashes will happen, it's only a question of when. And it's a question of what do you do while those things start to happen. So the best thing that we could ever do, and just to answer the question of whether will there be a recession this 2020, I don't know. I really don't know. But what I've been saying over and over, and what I've been consistent with over the past few videos, is that in spite of us not knowing whether a recession will happen, what we do know is this: you can prepare it. You can set aside money already, that should a recession happen, you start to win. So the first tip, the first advice that I could give you: start to pile up cash as much as you can right now. It doesn't mean you don't stay exposed in the market. You still can be exposed in the market. You still can add and position yourself with shares that make sense. Please remember, I've been saying this over and over in a lot of videos I've been making, that you need to position yourself with good companies that are growing, that are undervalued. If none of those make sense anymore, you can't find any other stock that looks like that, then you stay away, then you don't do anything, then you don't position yourself. But if there's stocks that look like that, by all means you buy, by all means you position. The name of the game though is, look at my video on Warren Buffett. I posted that Warren Buffett has this specific number of holdings, and his largest holdings is Apple as of this point in time. But in spite of that, he also has a large number of cash. He is stockpiling cash as well. So that's what you can do: stockpile cash. When money comes your way, meaning may salary kayo, may business kayo, you get earnings for yourself, you put a certain position in stocks that you find that actually make sense. You position into that, you add into that. But on top of that, if you have extra cash, you diversify and store them. You don't have to position, but you use that cash as an area for you to be able to find opportunities later on. Huwag kayong manghinayang. The biggest thing naman that happens is people nanghihinayang kasi sayang, if this is in cash, this doesn't make money for me. But guess what? It won't make money for you today, but since cash is also a position, later on, when things get worse, when things get bad, because it's not a question whether it will drop it's just a matter of when. It's just a matter of what are the conditions that will cause it to happen, and no one knows. People can speculate, people can guess. People have been saying that because of the inverted yield curve, it's a precursor already of what could possibly happen. But here's the thing: we don't know when it will happen. So store cash. Put a certain amount. That's why I posted a video about creating a just in case of recession fund. What does that mean? Should a recession happen, you have that just in case of recession fund. You can use that amount, you can use that cash position to store the specific amounts of money that you would want to buy. And here's my technique. Should the markets crash, I will find the cheapest good growing undervalued stock, or what other people call as also blue chip stocks, or I'll also find the cheapest stock that has dividends, and I'll try to position on that as well. Because when recessions happen as well, there will be some stocks, there will be some companies, there will be even real estate. There are even properties that you can buy at a very, 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 very cheap price. And that's my suggestion. You act as if a recession won't happen, that you're still positioning, that you're still living your life normally, you're still eating the food that you want to eat, you're still traveling, you're still enjoying life, but in the same way, you act as if it will also happen, that you set aside money for it, that you set aside money to protect yourself and hedge yourself. So how do you win? Store cash. Number two, if you can store gold, if you have the ability to position in gold, by all means do it. Gold is a hedge. Gold is protection should markets drop as well. Either you buy the physical gold that you can get in areas where gold is being sold. My style is the Middle East because I always go there. You can get gold from the Middle East, get the bars, store it. Again, the problem lang is if you buy gold bars, you have to store it. You have to find a good place to store it. You can get somehow maybe in safety deposit boxes in bank branches, but you have to pay for the storage of that. Or another way is to just position yourself to assets that track the prices of gold, like a gold ETF. So meaning, if you buy a Spider Gold ETF, what happens there is this: buy a Spider Gold ETF, prices of gold go up, you get to follow on the upside as well. So that's another way to have exposure to it. Or as from the previous videos that I posted, you can track commodities via CFDs. I posted a video also on eToro on how you can position in gold via CFDs via the eToro account naman. So that's another way for you to at least maximize things, no, that when things don't go well, gold prices will go up. Gold is a hedge against the US dollar. Gold is a hedge when times go bad. When times go bad, when economic crisis will happen, when markets drop, gold suddenly pushes higher. Gold is a good way for you to take advantage of recessions as well. So there, number one, store cash. Number two, store gold or position yourself in gold, because gold will give you this notion of hedging and protection. Then number three is this. If you really just want to be exposed in specific stocks, then just buy stocks with good dividends. Good, assuming that the company that you are positioning into, the company that you want to buy into, will have dividends that are relatively good, or the fundamentals of the company, in spite of a recession, will still be there, will still be well. Because please remember, when markets drop but the company is still good, it will still have the ability to give you dividends, not in perpetuity, but if the company is doing well, they're immune to the drop. You still get your upside, you still get your return, you still get your cash flow. Meaning, if Globe Telecoms, let me give you an example, if Globe Telecoms still will produce 91 pesos per share of dividends, even if the markets drop next year, even if there's a recession next year, you still get your cash flow. Or you can get REITs, which also have dividends, or you can get fixed interest earning assets, bonds, or anything that gives you something fixed in nature. So that's the style for it, that's the narrative. Your goal is to find something that will give you something that's fixed, because when markets drop, you get your specific return, you still get your protection. So fixed income assets will do well, fixed income assets will protect you, income assets will give you your cash flow, so that should markets drop, you still get somehow a return as well. And the thing about that is, number four, you can also diversify. It doesn't have to be always in the stock market. It can be also in the tour is starting, so I just have to walk with them as well. So the next technique is you have to diversify. You distribute some portion in stocks, you distribute some portion in cash, then you distribute some portion in commodities, in gold as well. That's a good hedge. That's a good way for you to protect yourself when things go bad. I'm gonna stop this first because I'm gonna see what we're gonna do when we go in. We're in for a tour. It's starting to snow also, so we're going in. I'll try to see if I can video inside. If I can video inside, I'll continue it there. But if not, I'm gonna do it again when we go outside. So there. So guys, I'm in already. The tour is just about to start, but I just wanna at least have a decent ending for this vlog. All of our tour members are there. We're headed there for the secret or the tour. But here's the thing: you need to diversify. You need to set a position in terms of protection. You need to set a position also that will give you some upside as well. Meaning, you still need to be in the stock market, because what if recessions won't happen? What if it takes some while before a recession will happen as well? What if it does not happen next year? You being positioned gives you an upside still. But with that also, you need to also have cash, as what I said. You need to hedge yourself with gold. And aside from that is, oh, tour is starting again. I have to stop this again. So there, I had to stop the portion of the vlog because we're off to explore the Secret Garden tour, because this was her idea. We went here last year, pero we weren't able to get it. So she finally got her wish. We're gonna have the Secret Garden tour. What can we expect here? What's so nice about this?
It's a secret.
Okay, I was talking about the 2020 recession eh, so natigil dahil doon. Paano yun?
Okay lang.
I cannot finish the vlog anymore.
It's
Because
okay.
we're gonna see the tour. By the way, look at this, guys. Look at the background. The backdrop looks so good, no? But yun, so just to end this, because we're gonna start the tour already, you need to set everything that's diversified so that at least you have a certain set of upside should markets not crash. But in the same way, should markets crash, you have yourself hedged also that you're protected to a certain level, and you have also cash to take advantage when the crash happens. Another way, I'm not sure if you've been hearing me saying this over and over, that your cash you can use also to buy property. You can use it to sort of hedge yourself and also give you a slight dose of protection when markets dip as well. So that's it. I have to end this vlog already because it's so that we can focus on the tour. But that's my 2 cents on what you can do to protect yourself should a recession happen this 2020. But I'll make this an ongoing series so you also get, I guess, a bigger perspective on how you can not just protect yourself, not just hedge yourself, but also have an upside should it happen or not. So I guess that's it. Please give them your final words also. Go. Final words of encouragement for people. Go.
Please leave me alone.
Talaga? Eh, you like this tour? This tour? O sige, say na lang, trade well, trade smart, trade smart. Sige, go.
Trade well, trade strong, trade smart. See you all again soon.
So, I guess that's it, guys. So, snow is falling, it's getting stronger. But yeah, have a great day, guys, and expect more videos ahead. Bye, everyone.
King instead of his father, the 22nd king. He hired many intelligent people who were supposed not to be an official because of their low position in the society. Do you see the building, the two-story building? It was built by the king. Library, two-story building on the hill. Books were kept there, and the king studied inside the building with his office.